Man, I'm honestly sick and tired of sitting through boring lectures all the time and feeling like a faceless machine. I always hide it and keep it to myself, but I do not wish to spend my time in these classrooms anymore.
Doesn't it just feel like you're learning something for somebody else? The education system continues to tell us that it is meant for us, leaving no space for passions and interest for learning. Then they sit you down to do exams and tests for the topic you hustled to learn just last night and don't care at all. Nothing really has changed since middle school, except for the amount of stress and headaches you get.
Here I am reading about how exciting the world could be, what adventures and wonders it holds, yet instead I have to take an exam and continue living my life without purpose. My parents want me to study the thing that I'm not passionate about. Obviously, things need to change. Clearly, there needs to be a shift in my education.
Oh mama, last night I met a young man. Oh mama, he turned to me and said, won't you be mine? 7, 8, 9. Won't you be mine? 7, 8, 9.
Set the music free. Show of hands who's with me. I didn't think so. Most of you are in it for the money. Sad to see, it's petty. Used to rolling the G's, now you're suing your fans over pennies. You wanna take that resentment to your
This is the town of Ventspils, Latvia. Once, this place was home to the shipbuilders that lived here and made warships and trading ships their day-to-day lives. However, this place has now evolved into a place where innovation and business happens as a daily thing. And of course, the cows. In the past few years, Ventspils has become a welcoming home for innovation and different sorts of technology, landscape, architecture, and also education. And in those past few years, Business Academy was born.
Okay, so what is this place? Why did you just tell me about this town? And is this some kind of too good to be true scheme?
No. This is a legitimate bachelor study program based in the city's university, where you can actually get a diploma and certificates while with the choice of living at one of the college dorms. This isn't one of those get-rich-quick affiliate schemes. You actually get that important document everyone needs so bad.
Okay, tell me more.
I think it's best if you hear it from the guy who had the idea in the first place. How did you create Business Academy and what brought you to it?
That's a long story.
The history is behind the 5 years.
The short version would be that I've got like 10 years experience in the startup environment. Then I had an opportunity to lead a business incubator where I was helping other young companies to launch and sell and grow. And I noticed that from my experience, personal, and then seeing those new entrepreneurs struggling, that the mindset is the biggest obstacle, let's say, in their success or fails, and that can be achieved by having a lot of time together with people. Like a study program is the only way to do it.
First pioneers from the Ventspils University of Applied Sciences, and they had the passion and the vision how they want to develop the education in this area.
And we actually took some good framework from Finland, and I believe we improved it by adding technologies on top of it, a lot of technologies, because technologies are you have to know and understand technologies to be successful and competitive in nowadays. And of course, highlighting emotional intelligence as well.
It really resonated with me, and I believe also that this is the future of the education, and we started to build the program and recruiting the mentors for the program, and that was my first touch during the first few years.
So this is like somehow came together really well.
So you heard the crazy startup guy with the ideas. There was a need for change. This idea he had was truly inspiring for him, so much so that it ended up coming true. If the idea stays in your head the next day, then you know the idea is good. Imagine sending your future kids to school and they come back home not complaining about how boring the lectures were, but they brag about how many cool things they did that day.
Naturally, I like to help others, and I saw this is a huge added value to a bunch of people. I can help people to work on the mindset, which is sort of a foundation of a lot of things in the future. It's just not one fact, it's like a way you think that helps you to be more successful, more effective, and so on. If that can be combined with the path of your life or education, that's a thing that has to be done. And I'm an entrepreneurial mindset, which means that if I see a problem and I see that I can change it, I'm just approaching it and I'm doing it because I feel I sort of own it. I just can't stand aside and see that something's broken, so I have to try to at least to fix it.
With the effort made by the starting pioneers, this was done, and it later developed into what we know as Business Academy, the startup management program in Ventspils University.
Business Academy is a strong community, a member of international network, a great example for the others how the future of the education needs to be organized and what it's all about.
So if we look at it this way, who do you think makes the world's brightest ideas come to life? The workers, right? Without them, you wouldn't be able to make such things such as skyscrapers, cars, and Spotify. Well, it wouldn't even happen in the first place without the head operation, the leadership, the deal making, the planning, the wages, the investment, the logistics behind it, and so on. With the help of mentors, we are able to do so. They have trust in us, and we, on the other hand, have trust in their real-life experience, emotional intelligence, and their contagious open mindset. This combo certainly creates one hell of a community.
My name is Anna, third-year student at the Business Academy, Teampreneur Academy, I would say. And I am one of the main people which organized the boot camp.
G'day, my name is Ernest. I play the role of, I would say, the right-hand organizer for Anna, where basically I helped with all the procedures that were ongoing in order to make this event a reality. So this event is Business Academy Boot Camp.
Welcome. Don't waste time. Build your dream life. 3-day intense course where you not only understand how our studies work, but also
Introduce them to how Business Academy goes.
This simulation of our study process could not go without having advice and mentorship available at all times. Hearing the experience-based advice from professionals of their field in the industry is a common occurrence here, which gives the opportunity for them to grow their own ideas, which they can use as a driving factor to explore and learn with a hands-on approach.
you're able to understand yourself better and realize, test yourself, your limits, your passions, and see what you're actually capable of.
And to, of course, share the possibility to actually learn from valuable, highly effective people all around the world.
A 3-day event for potential students of Business Academy where they get challenged creatively, meet new people, hear the advice of professionals, and of course, party. What does it sound like to you guys?
I expected really working people because I think this is a free choice to come here. It's not like some school teachers, like you have to go to this project, you know? So I think that played a big role because it was from the freedom to speak. So
I expected a lot of lectures, a lot of mentors that could help me with my own ideas and ideas that I will make in what I was making in this event, and just to have fun and make network with others.
I actually expected much more people. I came here with a thought that it will be like it would be.
I expected a lot of self-work, something that would probably be more individual work, something that I would not get a lot of guidance on, that it would be more so I've been given a task and I have a certain time to do.
I was kind of expecting the big business stuff, like doing big maths, big logistics, like.
But so then, what actually happened?
The whole experience for the participants was quite an eye-opening one. Like, the participants, they were all incredible. Each and every one of them. They were so open. It was so nice to speak with them. They were so wise for their years. I really, really loved the way how we came up with a process, how we acquired those participants, and I believe it worked really, really nicely. And all the people were super active, always engaging, always asking the question.
How is this possible? People are in good spirits while they're learning? That's usually the assumption and expectation of education. But here it seems that they must be on the right track.
I really liked that after we took the last pictures all together, and all the people, they actually stayed and they were not willing to go away, but they still wanted to stay, they still wanted to talk, and everybody was standing in like small groups just talking. And
I'm really happy that I have this opportunity to participate.
So why did this event go so well? Why didn't they just leave the bootcamp event? Probably because it was a habit of politeness, right?
Well, not according to what we saw.
You're not just sitting here and being told that, hey, this is the program you want to go to. It's not at all what we're saying. We're just sharing the knowledge that we actually learn during the program and pass it further to the people, to taste it, to feel how it is to actually learn here.
And so, how did the expectations hold up for the bootcamp event?
And I was kind of surprised that here was actually like mental health awareness and all those workshops were developed, and I'm impressed.
This event's mission is to show the participants the difference of practical learning and the excitement it can bring. It shows them how much you can grow by practical challenges.
I would say the greatest memory of them all, me mentoring the students that were here, the teams approaching, asking for help, and me being able to actually give them guidance.
Here you can see learning by doing and peer-to-peer learning at its prime example. We made the event to give the best simulation of the studying process for BA students and asked them,
would you recommend this event to any of your other friends for the next year?
Of course, yes.
Oh, I actually recommend it.
Yes, of course, I recommend this.
Definitely. Then you have to try it.
Even if they don't plan on studying business or economics or are not that particularly interested in it, it's a good opportunity to work on self-development and working in a team and be on a limited time. It's an experience for everyone.
Because I learned so much in so little time.
Because even if you don't like business and you don't know what you want to do in the future and you don't know even what business maybe is, then you should come here anyways and try this out. Without learning, here's fun, here's contacts, here's everything you need for growth.
At the end of the day, it's experience. It's experience, it's the stories you can tell next. I think you have to just take the opportunities that lives give you. You will find it. You have to just look deep.
all of these people were the participants of this event. They listened to the mentors, they partook in their idea creation, and they, of course, all had fun.
If I would be recommending this to anyone, I would say be prepared to actually prove yourself that you're not the greatest, and at the same time you are the greatest. Well prepared to prove yourself and see your true potential that you can achieve.
To conclude our wonderful colleagues during the BA Bootcamp, we challenge your thinking, your beliefs, and your mindset to show you what the daily life of a Business Academy student looks like.
Okay, so how is this place exactly different?
Different from what? From a traditional program, or probably, yeah, it depends, right? You might tell that those programs didn't teach me enough, but I can admit I wasn't the best student. But I believe that's like a half responsibility of the program lecturers and program owners or managers, that probably they just haven't found a way to motivate me and an interest, like bring up the interest. So see that's one of the differences, is when you make it interesting and engaging, it's completely different level of engagement in general, of willingness to learn.
We have all felt that before, that we pretend to care about school topics just to not get punished by the teacher. We have felt like the bad kids before, where in the case we just didn't care.
I really like that the BA program has their own independency, autonomy environment. It looks like an open plan office, not like a school environment, which is really important for the identity when building entrepreneurship.
In school and college, you had to walk to each classroom for different subjects. Here, we have our own spaces per course, and we can customize it as much as we want. We are using these spaces for
learning by doing. It's a buzzword, but basically that's what is part of making it fun. You just have to just show and give an opportunity to apply the knowledge, and that gives you this the feeling of accomplishment. Oh, actually, I didn't know that. Now I learned it and I applied it, and there was an awesome outcome. So
the engagement and personalized approach is what brings the motivation.
If it has a personal attachment to you, there's a higher chance you will pay attention to it. A reference example of this learning method taking effect is the bootcamp participants. She stumbled upon this event during her high school summer break. Even if this event is designed and meant for adults who have finished high school or are changing colleges,
you will not be grateful for the good memories if there wouldn't be any bad memories. So you have this balance. For myself, it was challenging in my group team. So it was like this, it wasn't the most pleasant memory, but it was like teaching, and it was really knowledgeable. But I learned from it. And all the parties, all the good stuff, like going to the wake park and volleyball.
Jakobs, who got here while he was trying to decide where to study, describes it another way.
I think the whole idea that you have to do something really fast. You have idea, pitch it.
Yeah, to take the risk, right?
Yeah, like going all in, really concentrate on the one spot.
The mentality of not overthinking and just acting to find out and to develop is our program's driving factor that pushes us to greatness.
How entrepreneurship actually works. I've heard a lot of it in theory in school because I studied economics, but it was more insightful to actually hear it from people who've experienced it and be able to ask questions to them. So it's definitely the most insightful thing I've gotten so far.
The theoretical information is no doubt important in any subject, but to be useful at something, you must have hands-on experience. This way, we can learn fast and achieve a lot.
And of course, the fact that the youngsters, the students are the drivers, creating the boot camps and the other activities, and building the community and managing it, leading it in daily basis. So that's really impressive, and for me a signal from the really strong culture.
This bootcamp event was entirely made by the efforts of the students with a lot of advice and was overseen by mentors. They also found and brought the guests to the event. Either way, all of these people wouldn't have gone together in the first place without this crazy startup guy, and he has been through the whole process with us.
To work with Business Academy students, it's awesome. I can see some similarities with raising my kids as well. The main part and challenges are mindset related, mental type of stuff, right? And all those motivational. I see that as a challenge because it's not easy. It's not, you just tell, you do the test and whatever. This is evaluation you get. So there's a lot of stuff in between, but that's what I love in working with students. And in this specific environment, we are sort of aligning on how it's working, and they are sort of extension, and they help me to maintain and train and flex this creativity and psychology and relationship and all that stuff. So I love the environment. I love those people that we've gathered here.
The lore of this program started with Guntis as the first mentor for the very first BA group, which is now the 4th course and in their final year. Let's hear it from him how their progress is going.
Proud is the word. When I see them, having those awesome growth insights by reading essays or achieving some goals, especially when they acknowledge that one or another way I was part of, that they are where they are and that they're happy. So that's the proud. Silently proud, that's one, and I'm happy and really touched that I can read those essays and there. And the other one would be acknowledging that, I helped them one or another way being successful. That's the best feeling.
The oldest course, the 4th one, is writing and presenting their bachelor thesis this year, making them the first ever graduating Business Academy students. He set an example of how to do it correctly, how to be the friendly mentor for your own ambitious growth through Business Academy, and has influenced the mentors that came after him. This combination of the wild learn by doing approach and awesome mentors with experience sums up the way our program loves to learn, grow, and achieve spectacular goals. Business Academy is no doubt challenging, inspiring, eye-opening, and all that, but the best part about it is that we can manage our own time. We have so much to do, yet we only have to meet our mentors 3 times a week, so we learn how to find the balance. What does this mean? Well, during the day, we study efficiently, but during the night, we party.
If you bring many awesome people together in one room, magic happens.
I expected fun, of course.
Every evening we had parties, I was able to talk to everyone, make friends, make new contacts.
So it's definitely the people. Everyone here is incredibly friendly, incredibly helpful.
No, it's something new, something unique, something that I feel I could be a part of. It's just telling me that I could go with this.
As a student learning here, I regret going someplace else.
I wish in Ventspils specifically, but if we extend that in Latvia, we have even more awesome people, right? And that's the way to achieve that.
With the system and the structure you have had so far, you've been able to get here. We saw this weekend 25 new youngsters willing to join the program. If the same speed continues, you are suddenly almost like 100 youngsters in the program. So of course, people-wise and the spirit, culture-wise, I'm really confident, and whatever will happen, people are going to be able to do it.
One of the most beloved questions that Business Academy students love to ask everyone, and including themselves, is why? So why did we make this video for you to watch? We want you to wake up. We're tired of our society and education systems killing creativity, destroying ambition, and judging mistakes. We're tired of learning things that were irrelevant 15 years ago. We're tired of seeing students wasting 5 years of their life just to get a diploma for the validation of their parents. We are tired of you giving the wheel of your life to people who don't know you exist and certainly don't care. We care, and we are giving you two options, the blue pill or the red pill. Which one are you taking?
What you saw in this video is what our study program can accomplish and how open-minded outsiders can feel the effects of it in action. You can be one of those open-minded outsiders for the Bootcamp 2023. This event takes place in June 16th to 18th in Ventspils. At this bootcamp, the drill sergeant orders you to work hard and play hard. To find more about our program and the event during June, you can check the description.
Like, if you see a place where you can grow, upgrade yourself, be more open-minded, like to grow your mindset, you have to think you will not get more stupid. You will only get the good. So you don't have to think, oh, maybe it will be bad, maybe it will be good. No, just go and you will see for yourself, because at the end of the day, it's experience. It's experience, it's the stories you can tell next. You like build your future by this moments, like in now, just now or never. Okay, you have to think about the future too, but I think you have to just take the opportunities that lives give you. Like, there was one saying that man was going to church complaining to God that he hasn't won a lottery ticket, and God was like, you haven't even bought the lottery ticket. Everyone is saying like, I can't find anything, or I just don't see the opportunity. If you want, you will find it. You have to just look deep.